Alright, guys, today we are gonna be reacting to Base Girl Triggers Feminist when she said this. Ooh, let's jump in.
Yes.
So
Okay, marriage.
But marriage is
okay.
like love, is a sign of love.
So
Do you need is the state required to be married?
Or like a ceremony.
Yeah.
Do you need the state to be married?
Wait, I have a question for you.
Is the state required to be married? Do you need the state to be married?
No.
If you don't need the state to be married, then I don't understand why gay people couldn't get married even if the state didn't recognize a marriage. I don't get that.
You would need the state to
legal
recognize your marriage.
You don't need the state to
for a legal
recognize it.
marriage,
Why?
but you don't need to have a legal marriage. You can
Yeah,
have
you don't.
commitment ceremony. You can have a marriage in church. So,
Yeah.
and to be fair,
If we
she
have
did say
established that
love.
the
She's
state
not
doesn't
saying
need to
that
be
any
involved in-
relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Usually.
So then you're just calling it marriage without the sacrament or the certificate. You're just calling it marriage.
Well, the sacrament is religious, and as you know, might note, the religious sacrament of marriage excludes what particular group?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, necessarily. None of the
I'm a Catholic,
religions that
that's
have
not
it as
true.
a sacrament,
That's
a
not true.
sacrament.
wait, you're a
Yeah,
Catholic.
name
and-
one.
Yes, I'm a
Name one.
Catholic, and that's
You're-
not true.
Wait, what's not
Yeah,
true?
it is true in the Catholic Church. Official Catholic doctrine is that LGBTQ marriage is not allowed. That's
I
the
said
official
I'm a Catholic,
doctrine.
but did I say that that's the all Christian doctrine? No, I
Yeah,
just
but
said I
that's
personally am a Catholic, so I'm familiar
Then-
with how Christians.
Are you aware of sacraments then? That Christians have sacraments? She said a sacrament. Marriage is a sacrament to the Catholic Church. It's a sacrament to the
Oh
Orthodox.
yeah, she's dumb as a rock. She just said like, I'm a Christian, and therefore I know what I'm talking about. Because I'm a Christian, girls, just to let you know, I'm a Christian, I'm not judging you. That's what she's saying.
Orthodox Church, the churches which will marry LGBTQ people don't see marriage as a sacrament. They don't do sacramental marriage.
Okay.
Set up the split.
So I'd like to note, right, you do recognize that the church excludes this group from marriage. You recognize that that's true, right?
I'm not. I guess they as a sacrament, but I do know that there are churches that will marry gay couples.
Yeah, but
Maybe
you would-
perhaps
would you-
not called a sacrament.
Yeah, you would agree with me.
To me, the
that
word
any-
I didn't know sacrament is specific to.
Well, you take communion, right? In
Yeah.
Catholic Church.
Yes.
What is that?
I understand that that's a sacrament, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's a
I
sacrament.
thought sacrament was like a holy practice. I thought that could be applicable to any church.
You
Excuse
can call
me.
it a sacrament, I guess, but what makes it that? So this is where the argument goes, right? Would you agree with me that somebody could worship Satan but ID themselves as a Christian? They could self-ID that way. They could say, I'm a Christian,
Well, you could
even though they
self-ID
worship
yourself as
Satan.
whatever you want, but that doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So you can self-ID as whatever you want, but it doesn't make you that thing. So we have to have specific criteria for what makes you that thing. So the Catholics are going to believe that they are the true church. The Orthodox believe that they are the true church, right?
Yeah.
So they're excluding these groups as being Christians based around self-ID. And I think that that's totally reasonable, but they definitely exclude LGBTQ from marriage.
Damn. Great argument.
So you think
There we go.
people should
I love how Andrew's really just putting her in her place, man. I love how he's doing it. He's doing it in a way that is stoic, tempered, sweet, masculine at the same time. And she had nothing to say. She came like, yeah, I'm completely Catholic. And yes, this black X, Y, and Z. And he's like, no, this is why, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, okay. Yeah. She's not winning this one, folks. She's used to win. She's not winning this battle. She's not winning this battle.
shouldn't date.
They
There we
could if
go.
they want to,
There we go.
but-
Then I told you. Now she had to just go outside. That back and forward, put her in her place. This is a mini rage quit. This right here, mini rage quit.
I mean, I'm just saying that gay marriage isn't a thing because marriage has an objective definition.
Okay. She's turning the pot, huh?
Bring it back to the original thing, though.
What original thing?
That with the husbands, but it should be
That the man should be making those decisions.
Oh.
Man should be making decisions, but for the benefit of the wife and
Family.
children, not him.
Well, yeah, I said that because when people say only, like when the trad guys say like, oh, I only get to make decisions in my family, it sounds kind of like dictator vibes, but that's not what really is about.
What's it about?
It's not about being kind of like prideful and arrogant and making decisions because like you're the only smart one in the household or you're the only competent one. You just make decisions in the best interest of your family.
Yeah, but who gets to determine what's in the best interest of your family?
The guy.
Okay, so then I don't really understand the circular logic here. How could he be doing anything which is prideful or et cetera, unless you are the one who's telling him that if he's the one in charge of the family?
No, I'm saying like other kind of like left-leaning people kind of hear it that way when that's when trad guys claim that.
Well, I disagree with your assessment. And forgive me, I'll steel man it first to make sure that I have it correct so that I'm not mischaracterizing your position. But I believe that your position here is to say that a man is a sacrifice for his family. Because of that, he is the leader of the family, but that's due to the self-sacrifice for the family, not that he's the leader and he should be leading for himself. He should only be leading for the family, right?
What do you mean leading for himself?
Well, that's what I don't understand. What is the man in the relationship here? He's the leader.
The leader.
But you say his criteria for leadership is self-sacrifice.
Part of it, yes.
Okay. So I don't understand that part of the position.
I think God just gave men the role of leadership. Women
Okay, so
make
it's not for the
sacrifices
purpose
within
of self-sacrifice?
Well, they have to sacrifice.
Yeah, they have to sacrifice, right? But
Yeah.
they have to take care of themselves first, right? Because otherwise, how could they sacrifice to anybody else?
Good point.
So how can a man, for instance, take care of his family if he's not also putting his own needs and welfare to the forefront as well? How could they even do that?
And this is something, that's why you have to be in top shape. That's why you have to work out. That's why you have to just have your mind in place. This is why. And this is very important. Even though Andrew is not the best example because he's smoking and drinking, I understand. But the message that he's conveying is very important. Your job as a man is to protect your family, but you have to be equipped to protect. You have to be equipped to protect. If your family is simply just giving you that, not giving you, but trusting your role of the provider and protector, but you're doing neither or, it's just a recipe for disaster. For 100%. A recipe for disaster.
What's an example of like putting
Work.
himself first?
Work. So let's take, for instance, work is sacrificial, right? But he's gonna need to have plenty of R&R time, plenty of relaxed time. He's gonna have to be taking care of himself as well. And part of the obligation, duty of leadership is also putting your needs. I think that you have it backwards. I think a man actually does have to put his needs first in order to make those sacrifices for his family.
Damn.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's like in the long term, it's beneficial for his family.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
ultimately, I think that the man does need to have his needs come up first and foremost. Otherwise, he can't take care of anybody else.
Yeah.
How could he?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
So that's all. I was just clarifying the position. So I think the left has it right when they characterize the right and conservatives as saying, well, wait a second, you just think that this man's a meanie head dictator who's putting himself first. Well, in many ways, yes, he is putting himself first, because otherwise how can he sacrifice for you, right? How could he do it, right? If he's not healthy, he's not available to sacrifice, right?
Yo, he's not gonna be able to do so. You having a heart attack at 40, it's not a good look for the family. More importantly, you're putting your family in a huge risk, right? You're putting your family in a huge risk. So it's important for you to work out, eat correctly, show your family the way, and make money and resources. For that way, your family's in a better shape. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.